Something na wala ako. May crush ka. Pipira lang.
I recommend that you go eat at Commander's Palace Restaurant because that is the finest fine dining restaurant in the entire city. And I actually live in a city that's got about 400 restaurants. You can literally eat at a different restaurant every single day of the year and you would never repeat yourself. So y'all, if I am telling you that that is the finest fine dining restaurant in the city, I really think you should listen to me. And y'all, I can back that up. I can tell you that restaurant has been open since 1880. Gallery up there. Y'all, that is a French colonial style gallery. And y'all, for those of you who don't know what a gallery is, the difference between a balcony and a gallery are columns. If there are columns underneath, like you see there, it is a gallery. If there was nothing underneath and just a freestanding structure, that would be a balcony, okay? So that is a French colonial style gallery. And y'all, besides the fact that Brad Pitt was inside that house, it's not very historic, not worth noting really. Known as gingerbreading. So it's actually really easy to remember. Another reason I call this woman the Good Witch of New Orleans is because this is a lovely lady who lives in this house. She is a member of the community that we are very fond of, and I am not going to keep you in suspense any longer. That is the current, say, part-time residence of Miss Sandra Bullock when she comes to the city. Now, y'all, we love Sandra Bullock here in New Orleans. Came here a few years back. donated about $2 million to one of our local high schools, helped them renovate their gym, their auditorium after Katrina. Also, she fell in so hard in love with the city. Guess what? We don't care about the house. The house itself was built in the 70s, all right? We care about the set of stairs on the front of the house. That set of stairs is left over from the original home. That set of stairs, y'all, they are referred to as courting stairs. And this is another little romantic feature that I love, kind of like the carriage blocks, y'all. The courting stairs, they go back to a time when it was considered shocking to see a lady's exposed ankles. So what you did was you built courting stairs on your house so that when there was a fancy event at that home, the ladies, when they showed up, they could walk up one side of the stairs. The gentlemen, they could walk up the other side. Now, those gentlemen, they get to walk up the stairs, never being shocked, never being taken aback by the sight of those ladies' ankles as they walk up the stairs ahead of them. Y'all, they recently sold it for $15 million. Why? Because the interior and the exterior of that house are 90% historically accurate. Meaning, everything on the interior, the exterior of that house goes back to the 1800s when it was built. Family, Mr. Archie, Miss Olivia, Peyton, Eli, Cooper Manning, they are all loved by the city. They are all a royal family. And that is in a American section of the city, so to have royalty, y'all, is very rare. We love the Manning family, though, and y'all, I'm gonna be honest, you're talking to a guy who does not care about football. I'm gonna be real. About that house is how large it is and how old it is. It's old, like built in the 1800s, mid 1800s. But again, what's really fascinating is how large it is. Y'all, that house is the largest home in the Garden District. It is 28,000 square feet. Some of y'all got that National Treasure joke. That was one of my favorites right there. Nicolas Cage comes to New Orleans because New Orleans is his spiritual home. Buys himself 3 pieces of property. Buys himself this, a retirement home for Catholic priests, because it's weird. Buys himself a plot at St. Louis Cemetery #1. Impossible to actually identify it. But we know that, again, that tomb and that tomb, they predate the cemetery. So that's why we built the cemetery where we did now. Another fun fact about this cemetery, y'all, is that in this 1 square block area, we got about 10,000 bodies. That's pretty impressive. That's a decent number. But actually, I can beat that one. Oh, there's enough space in that tomb for, like, we'll say maybe 2 bodies, right? How you gonna fit all them bodies inside the tomb? Just like how you gonna fit all them bodies inside this cemetery? Like over at St. Louis #1, y'all, 100,000 bodies means 300 bodies per square foot. That is a lot. How is that possible? For y'all to explain that, y'all, to teach you about that, I need visual aids, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take y'all over to a tomb that is open, where we can see the inside of it, and I can teach you how we fit all them bodies, y'all, in such a tiny little space, okay? So y'all please follow me right over there. So we're gonna do half the talk here, then half the talk over there, all right? Now, the first half of the talk, y'all explain how it is that we fit all these bodies inside the tomb. I got to explain our burial practices here in New Orleans. And our burial practices are all based on 2 very important little features here in the city, y'all. Number 1 is we got a lot of dead here in New Orleans. They say that the dead outnumber the living here about 10 to 1. We got about 4 million corpses in a city of around 389,000 people. So we got a lot of dead, not a lot of space for them, only about 46 cemeteries here in the city. So, like I said, we got those 2 problems. And so, y'all, what we came up with was that process, laying the dead to rest. Now, the way it works is it all begins when you die. When you die, we do nothing to embalm you, nothing to preserve your body, nothing to preserve you beyond a viewing at your funeral. Y'all, for that funeral, we're actually going to give you a little dusting on your skin, but after that, y'all, we gonna do nothing for you. We're gonna take you out of the fancy coffin we had you in at that funeral. We're gonna put you inside a plain wooden box. Now, we're gonna bring you over to the cemetery, y'all. You're in an untreated wooden box, fully unembalmed. When we get here, we are gonna remove the closure tablet on the front of your tomb. That's the tablet with the names on it. Behind that closure tablet, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like brick and grout. Y'all, we're gonna break down the brick, break down the grout. We're gonna expose 2 shelves. Now this guy's only got 1, but that's because we removed the bottom shelf to teach you about the tombs. Now, we removed those shelves, y'all, and we removed that brick, that grout. We exposed the shelves, and y'all, we take you unembalmed when we get here, and we place you on one of the shelves.
Yellow shots, guys.
Strong, it doesn't make us weak. Tongue tied to service like shy breed.